Hey guys, it's me, Febury Hassan. It's Tuesday, and as you all know, I give my usual spiel. I'm a relationship and personal development coach, and everything that I believe is that every relationship you're having is a reflection of the one that you're having with yourself. All relationships are merely barometers to help you gauge your belief system. You change your beliefs, you change your relationships. There you have my spiel. And additionally, as always, this is just your dressing room. You can take it or leave it. You can try it on if you like it. Take it with you. If you don't, you can leave it right here. That's it. That's my spiel. So today we're just going to jump right in. I'm running a little late today. It's been one of those crazy kind of days. I just had like a really busy weekend. Because I'm always busy actually. So it's like, this weekend was no different than any other, but it was definitely a crazy weekend. Really busy. Got a lot of really great things going on. Had an awesome brunch on Sunday. An event I do for women called Glam Gaps, where I get glamorous gals together, so to speak, where I get women together so they can bond and network and create more powerful relationships. You guys, that's what I'm all about, creating powerful relationships. And one of the things we talked about on Sunday was the different aspects of feminine energy, and we took this really great quiz called the feminine archetypes. And so it's a really great quiz, and we kind of found out how different women express their femininity in different ways and how it shows up. And it was just really empowering, in that we got an opportunity to see how we're all very different but at the same time alike, and why there's really no competition. There truly is no competition when you recognize your own sense of power and what you bring to the table and how beautiful you are just the way that you are. So it was really awe-inspiring for me. I needed it. I was glad we had it. So I'll be doing it again really soon. So look out for Glam Gaps if you haven't already. And also, if you haven't catched all my videos, I do have them on my YouTube page. Just look up my name and voila, all of them show up. So if you missed any of my videos and want to catch them again, you can. And as well, my .com, Would You Marry You, is there, because you can get my books. And you can also get my my webinar series on Would You Marry You, the marriage blueprint and proposal. Really awesome blueprint. It kind of really outlines some very interesting things, but we'll talk about that another day. Today I'm going to jump right into what I want to discuss: fierce and feminine, how to get what you want from the bedroom to the boardroom. Yes. I think that and talking about this, so many women think that they have to be one-dimensional, and that somehow we cannot be these multi-dimensional beings, and we can't embrace so many different and wonderful sides of ourselves. So we attempt to be, and you guys know I'm going to say it, very masculine in how we approach things and how we approach business, and even still, as we discussed last week, even how we approach men, because we have lost our love for the feminine and thinking that only the masculine way is going to get us what we want, when in actuality, we know that is a myth. It really is a myth. Women are so amazing in our feminine energy and everything that we bring to the table. So we're really going to talk about being fierce and feminine, what that looks like. We're going to continue this conversation another day. So continue to understand, I do series of things. So we had Why Hoes Are Winning. You will see that topic again in a different way. And fierce and feminine will really talk about embracing our feminine energy in more powerful ways, and how it shows up and how we can utilize that in everything. We don't have to be relegated to thinking that being feminine is only about being sexual, when it's really not. That's just such a small aspect of it. Our confidence, our playfulness, our smiles, our fun spirit, our nurturing energy, our intellect, all those wonderful things that we bring to the table is all a part of our unique feminine energy. And so many of us aren't really embracing it and wrapping ourselves up in it and being our more authentic and amazing selves. So I'm being fierce and feminine, how you cannot get there from here. So I want to talk to you ladies today about how so many times we say we want something, right? We want something in relationships, and again, we're having a relationship with everything, so it doesn't matter what the relationship is, be it business or kids or the significant other. We want certain types of relationships, but we can't get there to this really powerful relationship from here. And oftentimes where here is self-defeating. Where here is masculine and angry. Where here is blaming. Where here could be unforgiving. Where here is doubtful. Where here is painful and sad, and not really being authentic and true to ourselves and stepping into our own power. So what I find, particularly when I'm talking to women and I'm asking them, now you want to go live with me? Y'all, oh Lord, I don't know what this might look like, but you know, we're going to try it out. Hey, buddy, let's see what you're talking about. You're there, bud. One of the things that I find with women, when I'm talking to them and we're having these conversations about what they say they want in relationships, again, I'm talking about any relationship, but also in the relationships they're having with men in their lives, is that I find that where they are right now, they can't get to the type of relationship they want because they're holding on to a lot of negativity, a lot of pain, a lot of anger. So I'll give you an example. I hear so many women say things like, I'm like, really? You're right. And they're like, they look at me and they're not expecting me to say that, because we've talked so many times before when I say, whatever you believe, you are right. Because belief systems are the guards at the gate, and they are going to protect whatever it is that we say we believe, because beliefs are neither right nor wrong. They can be empowering or disempowering, but they're neither right nor wrong, good nor bad. They're just a set of fundamental things that glue us together. I.e., I have to believe when I get in my car and I drive somewhere, I'm going to get there safely. It's just a belief system. It may not even be true, because how many people, unfortunately, don't make it safely. But in order for us to just make our way through the day, we have to have belief systems, and that's what they're good for. And people are making their way through the day with a lot of belief systems that don't serve them. And especially for us women, we are making our way through the day in so many relationships that don't support us, do not get us what we want and what we need, because we're holding on to belief systems that are not serving us, that are not empowering us, that are self-defeating. So again, when I use the example of men, I say, oh, men are dogs. I'm like, you're right. Because as long as you believe that, you are going to continue to see dogs in every single aspect of your life. I don't care if the best person in the world, if Jesus Christ himself walked up to you, you say it was a dog. Because your belief system is so ingrained that that's what the truth is, you are right. For you. Is it the reality? No, but it is your truth. And as long as you're holding on to that, you're right. I live in Atlanta, and I hear all the time people say, it's a bunch of gay men in Atlanta. I'm like, okay. But as long as you believe that, you're right. Is there a gay population in Atlanta? Of course there is. But that gay population is really kind of saturated, more so in certain areas than others. You start going out towards the greater metropolitan Atlanta area, you don't even see that side of the city. But because people hold that belief to be so true, they attract other people that believe it. So they all kind of get in their little parties together like, yeah, that's true. And then other people start saying it, and it just kind of becomes a true statement for so many people. But it's not the truth. The truth is, yes, there's a population here. The truth is, there's a population around the world. There's a population in the country. Like, they're gay people. Okay, but so many people hold that belief about Atlanta, and so many women here hold that belief about Atlanta that live here, that they actually prevent themselves from engaging in powerful relationships with men, because they have in their mind that there are a lot of gay men here, and the likelihood this person I'm talking to may very well be gay, so I'm just not going to talk to them, or I'm going to be extra cautious and create a space and a reality that may not even be true. And that's what we do in so many things, and therefore we cannot get there being a healthy, happy relationship from here, our current mindset. We cannot get there from here. We have to begin to change our thinking and our patterns. And it's really, oh my God, I want to honor you and say it is not an easy thing to do. I do not want people to think, I'm like, just change your mind. No, your belief systems are ingrained for a reason. But again, remember, they're the gatekeepers. You know, you change your whole entire identity in so many ways when you change your belief systems. So helping people change their belief systems can be very challenging. I use the analogy, probably on one of my first videos, I said, imagine if you said, you know what? I'm going to go downstairs in my kitchen and move the dishes. Why am I moving the dishes? Because where they are is just stupid. It doesn't serve me. You know, I got pots at the top and plates at the bottom and glasses over here. It doesn't work. So you get this great system, right? This great grand idea to change the dishes, and you change them. and they look amazing. The forks and the spoons everywhere, all organized. Everything is great. You hobble on upstairs, you know, you're tired. The next day when you go downstairs, everybody already knows where you're going to go to look for your dishes. The old cabinet. Because you are ingrained in your mind that those dishes are in the old cabinet. And that, if you can imagine, if it is that difficult to change a pattern with dishes, how difficult it is to reprogram and change our thoughts about something as important as relationships. But I'm not going to say it's impossible. I just want to let you know and honor you that I get that it's not easy, but it's not impossible. And it's important. Because in order for us to be fierce and feminine, we're going to have to embrace our feminine energy from a completely different place. A place that's not talking about sexuality, but it's talking about our internal sensuality, our confidence, our nurturing, our caregiving, our queendom, our goddessness. All of that encapsulates every single woman, and we have got to learn to embrace that in a way we've never done before. Because I've said this as well, if you think about it, there's been some reprogramming of women that came about that says I can bring home the bacon, I can fry it up in a pan because I'm a woman. Great. Can we? Of course we can. But I'm going to ask you a very pertinent question. As it relates to your relationships, especially with men, how's it working for you? Is all of our aggressive masculine energy, is it serving us? Is it really getting us what we want? Is it getting us what we need? Because we need protectors and providers, but if we're showing up like protectors and providers ourselves, no one thinks we need to be protected or provided for. And I'm talking about provided for and protected way more than just financial. I'm talking about our hearts, our souls, our spirits. The very energy of what we possess needs to be protected. And we are not protected. I know this for, I see it. We are not being protected. Our very essence and who we are and our beautiful minds, we've been left out here to very much guard ourselves. And I'm not going to point fingers because we all know this happened in so many different ways. But what I am going to say is we are capable of drawing that which we desire back into us when we stop buying into what society has said we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to be, strong, independent. No, we are self-sufficient, we are strong, we are confident, we are amazing, but I'm not independent. I'm not an army of one. I desire to be interdependent. There is a difference. When we understand interdependence, dependency, and independence. We don't want to be dependent, nor do we want to be independent. We want a sense of interdependency. And in order to create that, we have to first and foremost change our mindsets about who we are as women and what we bring to the world and how powerful and wonderful and magnificent we really are. But we cannot get there from here. Our current mindset, our current masculine mindset, our current mindset of they're no good men, their current mindset of I gotta work harder and I gotta do more than anybody else. No, you are significant and sufficient in and of yourself. And when you step into your power and recognize it as a woman and a powerful being, there's nothing that you cannot do, but you can do that from a place of femininity. Because remember, a queen is feminine. A queen is a woman, not a man. It is a woman. And from that queendom energy is a visionary. And as I talked to you all once before, a queen is both in service and has those in service to her. She knows how to put aces in their places by allowing others to do what they're great at. And in allowing them to do what they're great at, they also serve her and what her needs are. And that's how you go into the boardroom. That's how you go into business. You go in with a vision mindset. Not a bitch mindset, a vision mindset. You are a queen. You're already in power, so there is nothing else for you to try to recreate. There's no need for you to feel less than. There's no reason for you to not step into your power and own it. But in knowing your power, you allow others to be in theirs. And therefore, they are coming unto you and pouring into you because you create a space for them to do so. You want to be powerful in the boardroom? You allow other people to show how powerful they are as well, because you already know who and what you are standing on by being a strong, confident, yet feminine woman. You do not have to be masculine. You do not have to be overly aggressive. You do not have to bulldoze people. And not to say that men are being bad, but that's a masculine energy. A feminine energy is a receiving energy, an understanding energy, an accepting energy. You want to give that so that you get that which you need in return. In the boardroom, when you're working with others, you're looking for how can you be in service by doing what you do best. And when they are in service by doing what they do best, now they're in service to you by creating what you need to create. The most top minds in this country, what have ever existed, always have had those who knew more than them about the very subject to assist them, put aces in their places. You are a visionary, fierce and feminine. We have to get back to that which is most abundant in us. We can no longer allow what this society, particularly, and I said American society, has said women have to be hard. We're not meant to be hard, and it is killing us. It's taking away from our very essence. So therefore, we cannot get there to the type of boardroom behavior and power that we want from here, a place of hardcore masculinity. I can do it by myself. I don't need anybody. No, that energy has been hurting us. We're higher in heart attacks, stress levels. We're killing ourselves, attempting to be that which we're not. We're women, and we're fierce, and yet we're feminine, and we have to bring that energy back to us. Something else that I talk about, again, in order so we relate to men. We talked before about the difference, some of the differences between men and women, but I want to talk about even our physicality. If you think about it, a man has a phallus or a penis, and a woman has a vagina or a womb, and it is his responsibility to go into, enter into, and to pour into you so that you might bring forth life and birth that he can take care of and prepare for. You understand? And that is what we do as women. We allow others to pour into us so that we can give birth to much bigger visions. We give birth to those things, come out of us. But the way they come out of us is because we are poured into. And many of us are not allowing ourselves to be the receiving vessels that we are. We're blocking that off from pain, from fear, from regret, because of judgment, low self-esteem, lack of confidence. We're blocking off the very things that would allow others to pour into us because we are afraid. And you cannot get there from here. You cannot get to a place of joy from fear. You cannot get to a place of satisfaction from discontent. You cannot get there from here. We must begin to change our mindsets about what we bring and who we are and how powerful we are, and knowing that nothing can stop us. Nothing at all. But in doing so, we must allow ourselves to be in our most rightful place, and that is being receiving. But understanding and being receiving, you also have a vision. And putting that vision forth is what will allow you to receive. And putting that vision forth and allowing others to hold their proper place is the verbiage in your life. You do not allow people to pull from you. Remember, you are the energy which gives birth. So you don't allow anyone to pull from you. You push forth life and birth. You give that to the world. You do not allow others to drain and suck from you. And we've been allowing others to drain and suck from us. So therefore, we cannot get there to our place, our rightful place, our place of power, until we change our mindsets and step back into how powerful we are as women. We cannot be fierce and feminine until we understand we are first and foremost feminine, and then we are fierce. We have to get back to our proper place, because again, we can't get there from here. We cannot get to loving, healthy relationships if we believe all men are dogs. We can't get to loving, healthy relationships if we think all men are on the down low. We can't get to loving, healthy relationships if we're angry and bitter about past relationships. We can't get to there from here if we're unforgiving. You cannot get there. There being your healthy, happiest, most joyful relationships. We cannot succeed truly in the boardroom until we stop with the mindset of everyone is out to get us, because no one can truly take that which is yours. I don't care if you and I do the exact same thing. We can never do it the same way, because we're two different individuals with two very different energies. There is enough for all of us. We can never get better as African American people until we stop the crab in the barrel philosophy and mindset. You can't get there from here. We cannot build wealth in our communities if our mindset is that Black businesses don't do well because of X, Y, and Z. If we're not willing to pour into them and create a better, we can't get to better from here until we make a conscious effort to do better and be better. We can't get there from here. So it is incumbent upon us to change our mindsets about the things that we desire. So today I ask you some pertinent questions. Where is your current mindset? And where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Because can you get there from here? Is your current mindset preventing you from being better in business? Is it preventing you from having healthier relationships with men? And I'm talking to women, but I'm also now talking to men. When I say, is your current mindset preventing you from being the provider and the protector that you need to be because you're holding on to someone who misused you or mistreated you? Are you able to get to a healthier, better relationship from here? Because you can't get there from here if your mindset is not focused on that what you desire. If what you desire is there, whatever there is, be it wealth, be it happy relationships, be it a better body, be it growing your hair, I don't care what it is, until you change self-defeating belief systems, unhealthy behavior patterns, you will not get there from here. You have to change your mindset. You have to be committed to whatever it is. Hey, Vincent, whatever it is you say you desire, you first and foremost have to say, is my mindset today prepared for that which I say I desire? Because you will not get there from here until you say, is what I want, have I created a space for what it is that I desire to have? Have I opened up that space? Is my heart in the place of where I say I want to be? Is my mind in the place of where I want to be? Because if you still have a poverty mindset, you're not going to get rich. If you still are thinking it's too much to do, you're not going to get rich. If you're still thinking I'm not good enough, you're not going to get good enough. So until you consciously change your mindset, you will not get here, will not get there from here. If here is self-defeating, you won't get there. If you believe here you can't make it to the top of the mountain, you won't get to the top of the mountain. It's the exact same thing. It doesn't matter. You cannot get there from here. You cannot get to the mountaintop from the valley. You gotta walk up. You gotta look up. If you're continuously looking down, you will stay in the valley. I don't care what you do. If you continue to look down, you will stay in the valley. You have to look up. You have to look towards the mountain. You have to put in the work. You have to believe that's where you're going. You have to believe you can get there. So until you change your mindset, you will not get there from here. And again, back to my ladies, you will not get to the place of having healthy, healing, abundant relationships until you look at yourself and say, I am not in the place to receive. Remember, women, we are receiving energy. He pours into, not pulls from, pours into. So if you do not create a space within your body, your heart, your mind to receive him, he cannot come in and serve you. If your mindset is that of doubt, if your spirit is that of men are all dogs, they're no good, you will continue to get the very thing which you believe. You will not get there from here. You will never get better from right here. You will not get better from a place of a sick mindset, a sick body, claiming that, oh, it's hereditary. You will never get there from here until here becomes there. Until your mindset is already there, until your belief is already there, until what you want and desire is already there, you won't get there from here. You will not get to Chicago from Atlanta if you don't put your sights and your goals on getting to Chicago. I don't care what you say. You can want to go all day long. But until you put your sights and goals on Chicago, you won't get there. Until your mindset is, I'm headed to Chicago. I'm packing for Chicago. I got my clothes ready for Chicago because the weather's not the same in Chicago depending on the time of year. Until you prepare everything to prepare for that which you desire, you will not get there from here. And ladies, until you prepare everything about yourself to look within and know that you are amazing, and that what you offer the world from a place of femininity cannot be replaced. You do not have to compete with anyone or anything. You are already enough. And not enough from a place of arrogance, from a place of true love and confidence. You will not get there from here until you start to celebrate your uniqueness and your value and what you bring to the world. Until you start to celebrate and allow others to do what they came to do, not only for you, but also for the rest of the world. You will not get there from here. Here being a negative mindset. So again, just want to thank you for joining me. You have been absolutely, utterly amazing. I hope I poured a little bit of something into your life. You see my website, www.wouldyoumarryyou.com. You can get both my books and my webinar. If you miss any of my lives, you can catch me on YouTube. It's under FeburyHassan.com. Febury Hassan on YouTube. Equally, please, so like to check out my webinar. Check out my books. I do also an event called Glam Gaps where I get glamorous gals together and women are being inspired and motivated, and we're networking and we're loving on each other in the way that women can do. So if I could ever be there for you, I also do one-on-one coaching. You can check out my websites under my name as well, FeburyHassan.com. I'll be happy and blessed to be there for you. And until next time, remember, you're never without power because power lies within. Peace.